Maths 1 students. Today we're starting a new chapter of our textbook. We're looking at series, and the first section is a little bit of a review on sequences. So what's a sequence? Well, you know sequences, we've done them in IG. So here's an example I've got here: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And we've just adding to our knowledge a little bit, we're using this terminology here, U1. In other words, what is the first term of the sequence? Well, the first term of the sequence is 1, so for this answer I'd write 1. U3 means the third term of the sequence, in this case 5, so I'm going to write 5. UN is the nth term, the nth term of the sequence. So in this case, I'm going to say, well, it's a 2n sequence since we're going up in 2 each time, and it's a 2n minus 1 sequence because I go back to my position 0, which would be minus 1. I think you remember this from IG, so it's just a review. Okay, so I'm just going to try a quick few examples from the exercise. It's a very short one, it shouldn't take you long, but just to give you a starter. Write down the first 3 terms. Now we've been given the nth term is n minus 3, n plus 1. Well, our first term will be 1 minus 3 times 1 plus 1. So we're going to insert n as 1 for our first one. 1 minus 3 is minus 2, and I'm timesing that by 1 plus 1. So that's going to be negative 4. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2 times 2 is minus 4. Now let's chuck in n as 2. 2 minus 3 is minus 1 times 2 plus 1, is, which is 3. So it's going to be minus 1 times 3. And our third term is going to be 0, because when we put in a 3 here, that will make a 0 in the first bracket and we'll get a 0 overall since we're multiplying. Okie dokie. Let's move on to F. We are told in F that the first term is 1, and then we're told that we're not told a rule for the nth term, we're told a rule from getting from our from one term to the next. So to get from n to the nth plus 1 term, you chuck in your nth term into this formula. So our nth term we know is U1 is 1, so we're going to chuck that into here. So we're going to go, to get to our next one, we're just going to go 3 times 1 plus 2, and then we're going to square it, and that will get us to our second term. So this is going to be 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5, and we're going to get 25 as our next term. Now to move from that term to the next term, we are going to chuck in a 25 for UN. So it's going to be 3 times 25, which is 75, plus 2 is 77, and we're going to square that, which is 5,929. Okay, so I hope you understand what we're doing there. This is not an nth term, it's how to get from one term to the next. UN plus 1, you take what a particular term is, n. In our case, we started off with n as 1. And to get from U1 to U2, we use this formula here. And that's all I've done. Hope that makes sense to you. The last one I'm going to try with you is writing down the nth term of this sequence. 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5. You can see that this is going up 1 each time. So I'm going to say UN is equal to 1. The 1 stays the same in every case. And what's this relationship? This is my first term, but it's a 2. It is n plus 1. This is my second term, but it's a 3, so 2 plus 1 is 3. This is my third term. It's a 4, 3 plus 1 is 4, so this is my nth term. Well, that's all I'm going to do for you on this exercise. I think it's generally fairly easy. There might be the odd tricky one there. Good luck with it, guys. Take care.